Welcome to my at-home pastry school, where I teach myself how to be a pastry chef with zero knowledge. But I do have this book, and I have the internet. And I've got you guys. The point of this series is to fully teach myself the world of baking, the world of art, the beauties of making pastries. Because I think it's sick. I want to become an artist. I want to do something more. I want to learn something. Artistic vision, creativity. I'm craving it. So I'm going to do that. I have literally no idea what I'm doing. I have not opened this book since I got it because I knew that the second I open it, I lose my authenticity for this series. So this is like a curriculum book. I'm just going to follow it and learn from it like they do in the school with no teacher, just myself. So off the rip, I actually don't even know how to say the name. Grande Paris. French patisserie.
Patisserie.
I was pretty close. French patisserie. The first section is pastries. Who would have guessed it? The second is creams, sponge and meringue layers, macarons, simple cakes and desserts, classic French entremets. I've never heard that word in my life, but it looks good. Festive occasions, petite fours, don't know what that means, candies, jams, chocolate decorations, frozen desserts, and then we're done. And then we're a pastry chef. Now maybe I'm crazy, but this just seems doable. This book starts out with a little intro, equipment, basic techniques, ingredients, and then we get into the first recipe. I'm going to go to the first recipe, see what the technique is, learn the technique, and then put it into practice. I might do a little reading first. I read everything I needed to read. This is what we're gonna be doing first. And this is our first recipe. The ingredients are inverse puff pastry, and the next one is also inverse puff pastry, and the one after it is also inverse puff pastry. So basically, we need to get good at making inverse puff pastries. I need to go to the store. I don't have a rolling pin. I need to get a certain type of butter that's got high butter fat, 84% to be exact. So let's go. This project is a little daunting. I was going through the book. The next 40 pages, 50 pages is just like beautiful looking tarts. Like, if the next 50 pages is tarts, then they probably want me to learn how to make tarts before I go on to making like brioche buns, which did look like that was what's next. I made a croquembouche one time. I think back to that a lot. I made it, I finished it. It just took me a lot of mental power. And now that I'm starting this series, that kind of haunts me. We're home. I got a lot of stuff that I think I needed. I got some flour. The book said I needed strong bread flour, and I think that one looks strong. I got a shit ton of butter because I don't think that they have like butter like this close by. So I got 6 of them. I got a baking mat, and I also got this baker's blade because I think I'll need it. I got some of these. I also think I'm gonna need these. Damn, I really just bought a bunch of stuff. I got this. I got a little pen. I got this sifter. I liked the color of it, and I think I'm gonna need that too. Kind of nice. I got these pie weights because I think I'm gonna need them. I got this bread. I got this spatula. Ooh, I got this. Not totally sure what this is, like this eclipse things, I think. But I got that. I got this little melon scooper. It kind of feels like I just like bought a whole lot of nothing. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I think we might be ready to start planning the first recipe. So an inverse puff pastry is known as the inside out puff pastry. The advantages of it: it has a more buttery taste, shrinks less when baked, shorter resting periods, it's very crispy, it softens less quickly when filled. I have no idea what that means. It's essential to work in a cold room, cold hands, and preferably on a marble slab that's been chilled first. Well, it's a good thing that this is cold. I can see my nipples, so I think we're good. It's a 12-step technique to make the inverse puff pastry. The directions they're clear, but like they're not that clear. I'm gonna need to watch a video, I think.
Flatten the finished dough, also called pâton de feuilletage.
This is literally my very first attempt at making an inverse puff pastry. So here we go. I'm gonna need 1 cup of white bread flour, 3.5 sticks of butter, well chilled. I'm not gonna be measuring with cups and like, cups, tablespoons. I've got a scale, and I'm gonna be using grams. That's most precise. I just don't wanna mess anything up. 3.5 sticks of butter, which is 400 grams. That's for the butter dough. The purée manière for the water dough. 2 cups plus 2 tablespoons of flour. flour. 270 grams of flour. I'm not dealing with all that nonsense. I'm just gonna go to the grams. 140 milliliters of water, which is 1/2 cup plus 1 tablespoon. That I might actually just do 1/2 cup, 1 tablespoon, and 6 grams of salt. Slight hiccup. I got a little confused because of the wording on the book. It specified strong white bread. Bro, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna take their chainsaws. We're just gonna be using bread flour because it doesn't specify for the water dough, so I'm just gonna say the classic puff pastry that they had the technique for and the quick puff pastry both only use strong white bread flour. So it doesn't really make sense in my head that like if they forgot this, you know what I mean. I'm only using bread flour. For the pure manier, 130 grams of strong white bread flour. 130 grams of flour. We might as well just get both of them set up. So this is gonna be for the water dough. We need 270 grams of flour. The water dough also needs 1/2 cup and 1 tablespoon of water. That's done. 6 grams of salt. Perfect. 400 grams of butter. Quick. This is a really nice slab of butter. Beautiful. We are going to clean our workstation and get going. The very first step, working the flour and the butter together, we have the 130 grams and we have the butter. So I'm gonna work this together on the table, roll it into a rectangle, plastic wrap it, put it in the fridge, start the water dough. Let's get going. Do I need to sift this? We're gonna sift it just in case. I don't know. I got this sifter for a reason and I honestly just wanna use it. We're gonna sift it. That was the move. That looks ready now. We're gonna do this, I think. And I keep saying I think, but I do like I know, but like it just doesn't feel like natural yet. Like what is that? We're just gonna get after it. I think we're just supposed to do this. Feels good, feels right. It feels kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of nice, almost therapeutic. I have it into a ball, but here's the problem. The guy's hands in the book, they look nice. Like they're not like, do I have hot hands? Do I have to put flour on it? It doesn't say that in the book, so like I'm just not going to. I saw somebody doing this online. Uh-oh. All right, I'm starting to get stressed out. It appears that my butter block is not doing what I want it to do, which is form into a square. Fuck. I think it's time to put this in the fridge. I think it's time. Now, how do I get it onto there? Oh, jeez. Is that what it's supposed to look like? I don't know. But we don't have time to not know, so we're gonna throw this thing in the fridge. It's still kind of lumpy. It's not a rectangle, but oh man, maybe I should have put it in a blender. All right, so if there was a way to gauge my confidence level with that, it would be, it's real low. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's real low. That just didn't really feel good. It felt like I should have done that with a blender. To make the water dough, you make a big mound, and then you pour all the water in the middle, and then you put the salt in the middle, and then you like slowly pick it. We're gonna make the well. So we're gonna throw all this in the middle. You know, I've never really done this. It said to use this pastry thing to make a smooth dough. It's kind of getting hard. So I saw something in the book while I was reading that said you don't want to activate the gluten, and I feel like maybe I did that. Like with something like this, it's like I don't know when it's done. Like I don't know. So it says I'm supposed to make crisscrosses across the top so that it can like relax, I guess. You're so tense. This is going in the fridge for 20 minutes again. I don't know about this one. Round one is not feeling that great. The butter has been sitting in there for like 10 minutes, and I actually think that I just need to beat the shit out of it. I don't think it should have butter looking like that. All right. I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but it felt right. I'm a little worried about the water dough, so I might need to figure that out like right now. I'm feeling with pretty high confidence that I messed up the water dough. I've been in this situation before with a water dough, and I forgot about it, but I ended up I was sitting there sweating my ass off trying to put it into a ball. And then I realized that I could literally just pop it into a mixer and do the job. So we're gonna do that. Ugh. I'm just gonna go slowly with it, I guess. I'm losing all the water out of the side of the bowl. That's not good. All of the salt is at the bottom of the bowl. Should have just thrown that in. Also pretty dumb. Let's see how that looks. My kitchen is turning into a disaster quickly. It's wrong. I'm gonna try one more thing. So the recipe didn't specify whether or not it was bread flour or not, and I'm starting to think that it's actually just all-purpose flour. I'm gonna redo this with all-purpose flour. Let's give her another go. But it still doesn't look right. All right, oh, it's working. It's working. That is what I think it should look like. Wet, kinda. Like it's not wet, it's just smooth. It just feels good. It feels like how you think it should feel. Look at that thing. It doesn't look like it's cracking. And in the fridge it goes. 20 minutes. So here's where things get dicey. It's been 20 minutes. Here's the butter. Here's the water dough. I'm gonna throw some of this down as I think I'm supposed to. I am going to roll out the water dough to be, the butter needs to be twice the width as the water dough. It's kind of rolling out pretty good. I'll be damned. I feel like, not totally sure how these guys are getting perfect rectangles. Oh, maybe like that. Now I need to make this fit in that, but it needs to only be right there. This thing is stuck. You know what? I don't really understand how people are just like flipping these things around. Like this thing is like, I don't know, I guess. Now we got this. That needs to fit right there. I need to basically double the size of this butter, and I don't really know how I'm gonna do that. I mean, that looks pretty good, right? I need to flip this all the way over like that. Okay, so it says I have to firmly get the edges. Whenever the butter starts acting like this, I have to put it back in the fridge. This is a dumpster fire. Closed in there like an enchilada or like a calzone. When you got so much damn body heat, and I can't even do nothing without this damn butter. And maybe it's just because maybe it's just because of the weather. I don't know, man. But I feel like this butter is really acting up. So that is gonna go back in the fridge. Hey, whoa! Mochi! What are you doing? There's no way. Come on. I don't even know. Fully fell on the floor face first. I'm not gonna make another one. I am gonna put this back in the fridge. Wait another like 15, and then we'll roll it out, flip it again, and then like I'm really struggling to understand how people make this shit look so majestic. Like how are you supposed to make it like if this butter is just like getting everywhere, getting on everything? I don't get it. Okay, here's some things that I've learned during this experience so far. Number one, I'm gonna start using my mixer. Doing things with my hands when I don't need to is only gonna hurt me in the long run. Number two, clean up your workstation. When things were going south with the water dough, I felt myself getting extremely stressed out because my workstation was a mess. That's all I got so far. Make sure this is good. Now, we're gonna roll this out to about double the size, and then we're gonna fold it, and then we're gonna fold it again, and then we're gonna turn it, and then we're gonna fold it up, put it back in the fridge, take it out, do it one more time. Let's get this baby out of the plastic wrap. So now I'm gonna roll this thing out. So this is what we got going on right now. Maybe I just need a little gentler touch. This feels pretty good. Boom. Now we throw, look at this. Let's go. It actually rolled up pretty nice. Looks good, it feels good. Boom. Ooh. Ooh. Into the fridge we go for another 20 minutes. Let's do it again. My rectangle looks nice. Hit it with one of these. Yeah, and then back to the fridge we go. What I've learned today also, I feel like I kind of tried to do things a little too quickly. I have to be patient. If the butter is getting melted, I need to respect that and put it in the fridge immediately. So it turns out that I was only folding it in 3s, not 4s. And that I will blame on the book, because the book had pretty terrible instructions for that. I think it's done after this one. I didn't understand what make sure the flap is on one side means. This needs to be on this side every single time you do it. I'm all up in your grill right now. This has been a project. For the very first time of me trying this, I feel like I'm doing a pretty decent job. Since we're kind of coming to a close on this puff pastry, we can use it for one of the recipes. I think I'm done. I would say it looks pretty good. And now we can do the recipes. Behold, the palmiers. We're also gonna make apple turnovers. You're gonna need 1 whole egg, 2 egg yolks, and 1/4 cup of milk. We're gonna go 1, and then I'm gonna go cut, and then this one goes back in the fridge, and now we've got this one to work on. We can roll this out. We're gonna be making 2, perfect. I can get 3 out of there. So I noticed that when I went like this, I kind of ruined the edges, so we are going to mentally note that to never do that again. I need to flatten the center. Oh yeah. Oh dude, I can feel how hot it is in there. We're gonna go egg wash around. That was the only size, like, little tart thing that this store had. Damn, just a little bit too much on that one. It got hot in here. I had to put these things in the fridge because it was getting hot. The 2 that I did first, here, I'm gonna bring the camera in. Okay, brush the whole thing with the egg wash, and then we're gonna put it in the fridge, take it out, brush it again in 30 minutes, and then in the oven they go. Now we're gonna be making the palmiers. My understanding of the palmier is basically just you sugar, you give it a turn, and now you roll it out. Cool. Like this. And then 1 more. We're gonna take our rolling pin and we're gonna press right in the middle. Let's pull out the palmiers, cut them, and put them in the oven. Now we egg wash. We gotta flip these palmiers after 10 minutes. Oh shit, they're huge. I know, I have to clean my oven. It's actually gross. I would love to know how the one in the bottom left got gigantic. I'm getting hot. They honestly look pretty good. Mac just got home. Mac, say hello.
Hi.
This is my girlfriend, this is Mac. What do you think?
I think for your first day, you've done an incredible job.
This is the final product, the palmier. There it is, in all its glory. They look pretty good.
They look really good.
But do they taste good? If it doesn't taste good, tell me.
Okay.
It's actually pretty fire.
It's really good.
Damn. I mean, this with a coffee would go absolutely insane. All right, these turnovers look like shit, I'm not gonna lie. They don't look that good. Like, they're too long. Okay, in my defense, I'm gonna cook them and see what happens.
Really? That's nothing.
That one looks so bad. Now you have to poke some holes in it and then make a design in it with a small knife. It actually might look nice. We're done. Okay, so a couple things. First of all, this is the first pattern I've ever done. I didn't realize that it would turn out actually looking pretty nice. Two, I'm noticing a different one. I'm noticing that the bottoms are getting burnt. Probably a pan problem. Come on, come. We're gonna try these. Let's see how I did. Here's the deal. I should have made a homemade applesauce. The one I used was actually unsweetened. Overall, I would say we kind of killed it. Kinda. This one looks like a chicken wing though. Literally looks like a chicken wing. That about wraps it up, guys. That was day one. We made a big leap today. We went leaps and bounds.
We also made a big mess.
And we also made a big mess. And that's okay, because baking involves making a big mess until you're good enough to where you can clean along the way. If you like this video, if you like this style of video, please let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, have a great day.